I do not use stop loss with my head. I use stop loss with average true range. And I also give it 3x distance. Trade it as if it's your real life account and put your mind, your intelligence, your focus, just the way it is your real account, and trade it like that. You will stand out.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Hola Trader Stories. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Onyekachi from Nigeria, who recently took part in one of our competitions and did really well. He ranked, I believe, number 18 out of many hundreds of people. So he did really well. And he also won himself a two-step prime 5K account with Match Trader and with weekly profits. So Onyekachi, thank you so much for coming on and joining us today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Fine. Thank you.
Awesome. So we will just get straight into it. I know time is of the essence. So really, I guess the viewers would like to know, how did you get into trading?
Okay. I get into trading through my brother. He introduced me to trading 2018.
Okay.
So that was when I got into trading, and I could still remember when I deposited my real money to trade, I blew the account for my first trade, blew my account.
Ow. I mean, that's quite common, isn't it, though? I mean, you're not the only person who's done that. I have the exact same story. When I first started trading, literally within the first few trades, all the money gone, and I was devastated. Did you have that kind of moment where, you know, right at the beginning, where you made a few trades and you got like one really good trade or lucky, and you felt on top of the world, and then you just started gambling essentially and lose even more? Did that happen to you as well? Yeah.
Sure, it has. I've experienced that also.
Yeah, it's terrible, but that's why psychology is important. But it seems now, you know, I mean, you've been doing this for 7 years, correct? So it seems now you're doing very well. You've obviously got control of your emotions. You've got the strategy right. You know what you're doing in the markets. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your strategy? You know, how you spot a good trade, how you enter, where you set your stop losses, anything you would like to share for the viewers?
Okay, sure. It's my privilege actually. One of my setup is divergence, and then my other strategy is, I call it course model. So I use course model strategy for most of my trading, and I use divergence as one of my confirmation.
Sure.
So, and in terms of my stop loss, I use average true range to determine my stop loss. I do not use stop loss with my head. I use stop loss with average true range, and I also give it like 3x distance.
Yeah. I said, do you analyze on like the 4 hour or the 1 hour? Which chart do you usually analyze on? What time frame?
Okay, I usually analyze my charts on daily time frame, and 4 hours, daily and 4 hours.
Nice.
Then I make my execution on 15 minutes and 5 minutes chart for execution.
Nice. Very good. That sounds really good. I like that you use higher time frames to get the overall picture of the market, and then you drop it down when you see an area you like, when you see a setup you like, you drop it down to, you know, a smaller time frame like the 15 minutes to really get that sniper entry. And then you give your trade room to breathe, you know, 3 times ATR. Is the ATR set then, I'm assuming, on the 15-minute candle, correct? Yeah. So, you know, you've got quite a good stop loss. And then what kind of risk reward do you usually take? Is it, you know, 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 or?
I usually target 1 to 6.
1 to 6.
I target
Wow.
1 to 6. Yes. And sometimes I even get more than that. And sometimes I also do break even.
Okay, yeah, of course.
sometimes.
Very good, very good. So 1 to 6,
Yeah.
that's an incredible risk reward, and it kind of makes sense. I mean, you did extremely well in the competition, so it's clearly working. Um, you mentioned about break even. Is that if the trade goes against you, say it was in profit and it starts going against you, you move your stop loss to break even to secure, that trade. So no matter what happens, you're either making money or you're not making anything. Yeah. Okay, that's
Yes.
really good. That's a good strategy as well. So it sounds risk management wise, you've got it on lock. You've really figured out risk management that works for you. You're not. I'm assuming as well. You're sensible of your lot sizes. You're not. You know, over leveraging or anything like that. Um, and it works really well. So that's awesome. You mentioned about divergence. Are we talking RSI here or stochastics, or would you like to elaborate a little bit?
Okay. When I talk of divergence, I use CCL, Commodity Trend Index, CCL,
Okay.
and I try to reconfigure it to my pattern. So I change few configuration on the setup. So those are the things that I use to
Wow.
determine my divergence.
I see. Okay, very interesting. That's really cool. I really like that. And just for the viewers as well, which instruments do you trade? Is it Forex currency pairs like majors or indices, commodities? What's your go-to thing to trade?
Okay, yeah. I trade mostly five currency pairs or five instruments rather, and one of them is gold,
Hmm.
then followed by GBP, Swiss francs, and Bitcoin and US oil
Yeah,
and Euro JPY.
nice.
And sometimes I want these five instruments that I trade. Sometimes I might not have a setup for a day, so I have to check other instruments because my strategy can actually work on every market instrument. But
Yeah,
these five is that I focus more on every
yeah,
day.
awesome.
Okay.
So a lot of big movers there. You mentioned gold, oil, Bitcoin. Things a lot of traders are quite scared to trade because I mean, anyone who's ever traded gold or Bitcoin, they know it can just take off, and if you haven't got a tight stop loss, well, not a tight stop loss, but if you haven't got, a stop loss set or your risk management check, you can get wiped out very quickly. So a lot of the big movers, but again, if they move a lot, there's the plus side to it where you can make a lot as well. So there's always, two sides to it. I really like that. So you won the challenge. Sorry, you won a two-step Prime account, correct? With a 5K match trader account with weekly payouts. How do you feel about winning that account?
Honestly, anything winning feels good. So I feel happy. I feel
Awesome.
happy. Yeah.
Hey, and you deserve it. I mean, you did absolutely fantastic. You really do deserve it. And I hope, you can scale that account up and, make lots of money with us for the indefinite future. Um, really cool. Have you ever done prop trading before? Is Ola Prime, the first introduction to prop trading? Is
Okay. I have done a profile before.
hmm,
I've done a profile before, and that was some years back.
hmm.
Some years back. I'm still working with them though.
Oh, okay. So you do have other prop firms as well. Okay, cool. So yeah, no, really awesome. Diversify your, streams of income. That's always good as well. Are you still trading your own capital at the moment as well, or is it just prop firms?
Yeah. Trading my capital also and profile. My capital and profile. I'm trading combo.
Hmm. Okay, very good, very good. So again, um, diversification, very nice. Uh, I'll be quite interested to know because every trade obviously, battles psychology, right? Because the strategy is only one half of the equation. A good strategy but bad psychology can still make you lose. Clearly, you got a good strategy. That's good. But psychologically, how have you overcome the emotions of trading?
I overcome the emotion of trading by risking what I'm very sure of that if I lose, it's not going to affect me. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the only way I use overcoming the fear of trading.
Yeah,
So, for instance, if I have $1,000 in my account, I'm not going to put the whole $1,000 in one trade. I'm
of
going to
course.
split it and do 10% of my 1,000 so that if I lose the 10%, I won't feel it. And it's not going to
Ah.
affect me from making from as in from making another trade or taking another trade.
I would like to go over, any trades in your career as a trader that really stand out, good or bad.
And which is that was Bitcoin.
Mm.
Bitcoin. So I entered Bitcoin with zero point 0.1 lot size, and then the trade was at some point I was making profit of over 2,000, 2K, 2K dollars,
Wow.
2K dollars, and I was my target was $10,000. And then suddenly the trade began to reverse. Then the 2K dropped down to $50. So
Mm.
one mind told me that I should close the trade and just walk away with the $50 and just instead of running loss, which is my stop loss. And then my one mind also told me that I should just be patient. I should just, just let it take the stop loss since I've already choose to risk that amount. Let me just risk. I just leave it. So I left it. I went to bed. The next morning, what I saw was my my profit, my target was hit perfectly and even went beyond. I was like, wow, 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 wow. That trade taught me that I should be patient and I should also be able to contain what I can raise. You
Yeah.
understand? So that really made that is one trade that I cannot forget. And this thing
Yeah.
happened. That was 2024. That was
Yeah.
when that
Ugh.
yeah,
I feel that pain. I think that is probably one of the most painful because if you enter a trade and say you're wrong and you get stopped out, okay, it's not that big of a deal. It happens. But when you were right and you don't hold your judgment and you get out, because you get nervous and then you see, oh, I got out at $50, but I could have had $10,000 if only. That is probably more painful. Um, for a trader, I would say, even though you're still technically you've made profit, it's just what you could have made feels more painful than just losing a little bit, getting stopped out. I absolutely agree. But you learned from it. As you said, it taught you to be patient, to trust your analysis, to just stick to your goals. If that's your take profit, that's your take profit, and if you just don't move it, and you don't move your stop loss or anything like that, which is good. Do you have any tips or advice you would give to traders who want to be like you, who want to pass challenges, make money consistently in the markets? Any good tips or advice that you could share?
Okay, yeah, yes. The tips I'm going to tell people that want to trade pro firm challenge is they should they should take it as if is they should trade it as if it's their money. They should give in their best to it, not over leveraging, not over taking not taking excessive lot size just because it's a demo account. They should just do what they can do on a real account, and that is all. If they are good,
Mm.
they will be good. Understand? So that is the only thing. Just because most traders, once they see that okay, this is a demo account, this is a competition account, they will just over leverage, they will be like, let's just over leverage. But that one will disqualify them because the market is unpredictable. So my advice is trade it as if it's your real life account and put your mind, your intelligence, your focus, just the way it is your real account, and trade it like that. You will stand out. That is just the thing.
Very good. Very wise words. Yeah, very wise words, and I 100% agree with you. We'll wrap it up there. Onyekachi, thank you so much for coming on and speaking with me today, for taking the time out. And congratulations again. You did it awesome. And we really hope you make the most out of the two-step Prime account you won. So thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you. And that wraps up this podcast of Ola Trader Stories. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Do hit that like button, share, subscribe, all the usual good stuff, and leave comments down below, if you have anything interesting to say. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you very soon with more trader stories from all around the world. Take care.